happy Tuesday 10 at 10. I am your host, Richard Charpentier, baker influencer and bakery scientist and master baker. And every Tuesday, we get questions that are sent from you, the bakers, to be answered on the platform Tuesday 10 at 10. Let's get started with the question we received. So the first question is regarding, is butter powder similar to real butter for shelf life? Well, real butter is butter. It still has the moisture, and typically its shelf life is going to vary from 2 months to 3 months in the refrigerator and cannot be put outside for, at ambient temperature due to the fact its melt point, it's low, and then you're going to get a mess and rancid butter, etc. As butter, powder butter is the dehydrated version of the butter. And it all depends on what brand you're buying, because each brand has their way of doing it. So I can't answer that. But yeah, its shelf life is going to be much, much better than regular butter when you're in places where, getting butter is very challenging and keeping it around is very challenging. And based on what I've read, it can be reconstituted into butter by following the proper instruction, coming from your manufacturer or the vendor you're buying it from. So I hope it answered your question. Thank you for sending it. So for our next question, someone wants to know, does CMC carboxymethyl cellulose contains gelatin? So no, it does not. And if your CMC contains gelatin, it's not CMC. It's a different product, because CMC, as it says, it contains cellulose. Cellulose is a plant-based item that it's on a CMC. It's used in baking to use as a thickening agent, and it performs different functionalities, and it's made out of cellulose from plants. As gelatin is coming from animals. Some of it's coming from, no, they're all coming from animals. So it couldn't crisscross. One will be plant-based and one would be animal-based. So just make sure to read what the ingredient specs you have says, because it should not contain gelatin in your CMC. So here is for another question. Somebody is asking, can bread be sliced using rusted blades? So no, don't use rusted blades, because the rust could contaminate your breads, and therefore, rust can be removed with special cleaning program. And if the blades are no longer helping, you will create damage to your breads, and therefore the more damaged bread is basically waste. And when you're a bakery, you want to sell it, and you don't want to waste your product. So I highly recommend that you have a good sanitation program to help you with the rusted blade and work on systems to remove it, but it's not at all recommended. Remember, you have to use good manufacturing practices and ensure your breads are safe to eat, so it cannot have any contaminants into your products. So, well, that's it for today. I appreciate you listening to Tuesday 10 at 10, and I'll see you next week, and happy baking to you guys. Thank you.